And the episode ended with Sarah yelling, "Hey, I was eating that." And then there was 30 minutes of silence.
30, I think.
Yep.
Look, I'm perfect, but I'm not that perfect. No, to everyone wondering, there was nothing else but the end music, so you can stop losing sleep over it. It's cool, you didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I mean, really, after that, there was just the big orgy scene, but I mean, that was character development stuff, not really plot-based.
No, that was really just for us. So, like, as a team building exercise.
It was like a trust fall,
yeah,
but like onto genitals.
So outrageous the toll. You can lose all you have. You refuse to give in to the town that takes all to survive. You must have the will. How this movie doesn't end the way we want all the time. And he shouts at the moon, she's gone. Fears overcome. He was walking a mile. He was walking alone.
Is anybody not tired? Because it's just...
I'm tired, but at least, I mean, today went a lot better than I expected it would. I mean, work wasn't as bad, you know, my boss wasn't there to add to my stress, and,
So now we're here.
I'm also somewhat excited. Yeah, well, I'm also a little excited because, I guess, excited but also nervous, I don't know. So, yesterday I went to the LARP group that is here. I mean, I've been going for the last couple months. But I guess the DM, they call him the quest master, hasn't been running any quests for the last 3 weeks. So I was talking to one of my coworkers, the one who got me into this group, and now it sounds like I'm gonna start making my own backup quest to run whenever they don't run the main quest. So I'm kinda gonna be a DM, and I bought a notebook. I'm designing a world map. I went through the monster manual for LARP to see what monsters I have to work with. Also, I decided that as the DM, I'm going to be an astral projection of Elisa. So I will go as Elisa. I'm gonna be kind of like Kreia in Knights of the Old Republic 2. I'll be like a dubious DM. Like, I'm giving you quests, but I'm also suspicious. And
yeah,
also,
that's the first word that comes to mind when I think of Elisa, is suspicious.
Yeah, and also, I wanted to talk about this just so I could say that this notebook, I have named it the Snecronomicon. I'm gonna get some gold, like, paint pen, so I can write that right on the cover of it.
Is that a thing that makes sense within this world, or is that just for...
I mean, I'm creating a world, and Snek is one of the gods. Gorfanax is going to be one of the gods.
So you don't have to follow, like, a specific canon or something?
No, not really. I mean, there's a monster manual that they have with, like, whatever abilities you're allowed to use as a certain monster type, so I'm trying to stick to those. I might reflavor them if I need to, but that's where I'm pulling stuff from. But otherwise, world building, it's kind of whatever you want, plus, since I'm, I don't know exactly what the status is of the main quest, I'm doing mine as, like, an alternate reality, like, all the players just get pulled into this other world every now and then, and they have to go fight evil gods and monsters and stuff. Which may end up leading to them clearing everything out so Elisa can take over, but I don't know. We'll see.
That sounds awesome.
Mm.
Can you film it, though?
Theoretically, it's not as exciting actually being there. I mean, the way the quest actually tends to play out is, like, you have like parts where people will talk to each other, and then the quest master will say, okay, now you're gonna fight this group of monsters, and they'll like pick some players and say like, okay, you four, you're all skeletons, everybody else line up, and then we set up a match between players versus skeletons. So it's kind of like
teeth.
Yeah, it's like a shaky structure designed to have like a few encounter battles, and then everybody goes home. But at least, if I start running a quest, we can be sure that there'll be some kind of quest going on instead of just like waiting on this guy to get back in action.
Yeah, if he's a quest master who's not actually running quests, he's just a master.
Yeah. No, like, I've talked to some people.
fit.
Apparently, this is what he does. Like, he will come back to try to get the group up and running again, and then he'll just disappear for a while.
I'm excited for you.
Mm.
Are you gonna make them fuck, though?
I haven't read through all the rules, so I don't know what the rules are on that.
How big is the chance that there are rules about that?
About 0. But
Well, it depends on what rule set you're using.
Mm.
I know I've seen some LARP style rule sets that do in fact have like entire chapters dedicated to romance and sex.
Mm.
And how accurate then is the role playing, or does the role playing have to be?
I don't remember.
Is it just okay we fuck, or do you actually have to lie down wherever you're standing and?
I'm pretty sure you just throw beanbags at each other. I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
But that's like normal sex. So in a way, I mean, every time I've fucked, it's just been beanbags.
There was a week where I think because I've always just been playing as the monsters. I was playing as like a troll or something, and we wanted meat, so one of the guys agreed to let us cut his arm off and eat it.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what friendship's really made of.
Mm.
Human flesh.
Yep. And then there was another fight where we were playing as ogres and just screaming about donkeys. And onions and cakes and everything you would expect from a bunch of millennials.
I was listening to the last few episodes yesterday and just like, I just felt so bad for it.
Thank you. Me too.
It's like, oh my god, I've been such a dick as a DM. I'm so sorry. I'm like, I didn't mean you. You sounded so sad. I'm like, oh my god.
The owl thing and the rat thing, that really got to me. Yeah.
The rat, that made sense because it did shit on you. But the owl was really just he felt insulted that you sent him away.
Fine.
His feelings were hurt. Okay.
Hey, I get it.
Do you know how many field mice he chugged to eat away those negative feelings?
It's just an owl thing to do, so I don't think there was anything lost there.
He's gonna come flying back to you just like with his belly just all out and like barely able to keep in the air.
Oh, now I got a fat owl. Great.
Yes, you have a chubby owl.
Oh.
Hi everybody, welcome to Chubby Owl Plays. We're welcome to Funk Dunk Plays episode 31 of season 2. That's right, we're at the point where now it's all backwards. We're doing this European style where the episode comes before the season.
Mm.
Yeah, we're flipping the switch.
Keeping
and
you
now,
on your toes.
It's all thanks to Owl Chubs.
Exactly. If in case that stuff doesn't make it into the actual podcast proper, its owl is now really fat. It has a chubby old owl. His owl is so fat it doesn't say who, it goes, actually whom.
That is the worst thing that happened this season. Oh, big owl butt.
Yep.
Good.
Alright, so we left off, the two Donkey Kongs were both destroyed. Well, okay. One Donkey Kong was destroyed by falling off a tower. And the other one was defeated by, basically it going all Wolverine on it. And then
And then I incinerated it before it could get
Had
away.
turned into a dragon, incinerated a head.
Mhm.
So is Eliza still in dragon form at this point?
Well, as we pick up here, Elisa's going to shift back and just kind of sigh, like exhausted, but glad that at least this crisis is resolved. And then she's gonna look over at it and say, "Good work there."
It's gonna look up at her, like look at her for a couple of seconds to see if there's any sarcasm in her face.
No, I mean at this point, like, everybody we had been running into was like kind of blaming her, like in a sideways, snarky kind of way for leaving the head there, and like she feels guilty about it, but takes her guilt out through, anger. Like she was ready to burn this entire city down just to fix this problem. So she's just relieved at this point that it's cleared up, and appreciates the fact that it could kick so much ass while she was, dealing with the safe.
Okay, not detecting any sarcasm. It's just gonna...
Just a little exhaustion.
Well, thank you. You didn't do so bad yourself.
Yeah, so, where do we go from here?
I wanna roll Arcana to see if, like, any magic is now really gone from this room, or if there's any residue, like, anywhere.
Okay. There will be magical residue because a lot of magic just happened, but...
13?
Okay. With 13, with your knowledge of magic and etc., you do notice that there is obviously and definitely magical echoes.
Yeah.
Because magic leaves ripples in sort of reality, just because that's something which... I don't even know that the D&D thing, I just really liked the concept, so I kind of went with it. Hours after a football team leaves, you can still smell them in the locker room. That's kind of how magic is, if you're sensitive to it.
Yeah.
It basically smells like sweaty man ass, but to your brain.
It's a shame that I can't make this a title. It's too long.
What? Magic smells like sweaty man ass. You can do it, I believe in you.
Okay, I will.
Alright.
Just sweaty man magic.
Yeah. You know that the area where a portal was, especially one of this nature, is still kind of like a scar in reality. Like in the fabric of space and time. It's still a weak point. However, your knowledge of how these work, to that you have a significant feeling that it's no longer like a barely held together wound. Because before, having the head in our world was holding the wound open and preventing it from beginning to close. But with the head now gone, basically the fabric of reality is restitching itself. So while it's not in any way the complete normal wall that exists between, planes of existence, it is it's slowly repairing itself.
But it cannot be used anymore.
Not ridiculously easily, no.
And walk over to Elisa and say, "You wanna know something? We should have gone through that portal. I really wanna talk to this Evergreen Gloth fellow."
The last person who went there got his head cut off.
Well, who says he wouldn't like us better than he did Bilfodor? You're right up his alley, I think.
Yeah, but from what Goris was saying, this guy isn't even worth reasoning with. I do agree that he has a lot of useful information, though. If only there was some way to extract it without dying.
Maybe some way to talk to him without actually going there.
That would be ideal.
There must be a way. And what it wants to do right now is just sit down on the floor real quick, close its eyes, and concentrate real hard.
Okay.
And pray. because
Okay.
that's a thing people do when they believe in God. I hear.
I've heard rumors to that effect, yes. You might also want to try hating some gay people. That could
Well, all
help.
gay people are dead, so.
That you know of. To be fair, all the straight people are dead too.
Yeah, it's true. I need a fresh supply of gay people to hate. Okay. So, I was just gonna try to, like, fish around in the vast cosmos for a trace of the traveler. I don't know how I would go about that, but, it's very confident. Having previously established a connection to him, and just shout out into the ether, traveler, it's me. I need you. I need your help. I need your guidance. Please give me a sign that you can hear me. And just listen if something comes back.
What you hear is almost the opposite of silence. You ever heard of the concept of something that can glow brightly black?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost like a pulsating darkness.
Mm-hmm.
It's that, but audio. It's absolute lack of sound, but extreme.
Okay.
Like, it's almost a sound in and of itself. This lack of sound is so extreme.
Okay. Can I just maybe use a religion roll to see if you can get deeper into this, or would that not help?
You could do a religion roll to try to understand what has happened in response to your prayer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Botch.
Okay.
Great. Yeah.
Alright, now you're a person who has been raised from infancy within the Church of the Traveler. I used to make the joke that you weren't homeschooled, you were cult schooled.
Mm-hmm.
And you had the ultimate parochial education. For the first time in your entire life, you have reached out to the Traveler expecting a response.
Mm-hmm.
And you are greeted by such potent and powerful silence that for the first time that you can actually remember, even though you have actually spoken to your God, and he has spoken back to you, a sliver of doubt enters your mind about this entire religion that has been your entire basis of reality for your whole life. Not a huge amount of doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And it might only last a second. But when you try to think of what this silence means, you begin to think either it means the Traveler isn't here, or he's not listening.
Okay, in that case, it sighs deeply, gets up, and looks around for the book that fell out of the ape.
I was wondering if you're going to remember that.
I desperately need a distraction right now. I will go crazy.
Yeah. I had an entire mini scene that would happen if you totally forgot about the book,
Nope.
but it's fine.
I did not. So it is still there, I gather.
Yep, the book is still sitting on the ground.
And I will pick it up
where you tossed it.
and flip it open.
It no matter how you open it, immediately it opens to the last page with writing in it. And there are many names, and each name has some words next to it, and they're not all written in a language you understand. Some of them appear to be written in languages that don't even look like writing. But you do see one that you did recognize at first. You see Octavian Nut, and if I remember right, it said dog.
Yes.
Right under that now, you see the name Flong, and it says physics, and Gopesh, I can't remember how to pronounce the name, and I wrote it. Gopesh. Mm-hmm. The Gopesh, right next to that, it says poor literacy.
Oh. I mean, that sounds like I know what's going on, but I only have a vague idea.
I have no idea. But Elisa is not even aware of the book. She's probably just lost in thought.
And if you're, now that you're actually kind of looking at the book, you notice that in the page, in the space between the pages, kind of like where it meets the spine, like use it almost like as a bookmark, is a very thin, like a quill, like a a writing feather. I don't know if they have quills in Austria. I know the U.S. was designed entirely by being written down with quills. It's like our entire thing. That once we stopped doing quills, we just stopped, making more America. I don't know what Austria was written with.
Shit.
But we used quills.
Poop. Just poop.
Just poop.
Fingers and poop.
That's the thing. Unlimited supply. You could just keep making Austria forever then.
I don't know why it's so small. I have no idea.
The thing is, we used all the quills, and that's why America is only so big.
No more birds.
There are no more quills left.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them are dead.
That's tragic.
Except for turkeys, but that's because, gotta eat something. But yeah, there's a quill, which is completely flat, and it looks like it's being used as a bookmark. However, the tip of it looks like it has, it recently been dipped in an inkwell, but it is not making any marks on the pages that it's resting against.
What happens if I pick the quill up and try to write in it?
It writes.
Just
what do you try to write in
normal. Okay, no magics.
It writes, but it does seem weird that it was in a closed book, and it only leaves a mark when you're writing with it, and not when it just was lying there, and yet supposedly is covered in ink.
And we don't know if this book is a death note.
I'm used to weird shit. Okay, I'll just write in milk, butter, hand soap.
Okay. You write those words, and almost as quickly as right when you finish, the black ink turns to glittering gold, almost like a sparkly glitter again. I reuse the word glitter, I'm sorry. And the words wipe off the page, leaving the line blank again.
Yeah, not what it's designed for. I'm gonna point the Octavian nut dog thing out to Elisa and say, "Isn't that your communicator kid?"
Yes. Where did this book come from?
It fell out of the ape.
Okay.
Don't ask.
So what should I roll to is it investigation or arcana to try to understand what this writing means?
If you want to understand the writing on the page, it would probably be investigation. If you want to try to understand the actual what this book is, it would definitely be arcana.
Okay, I guess I'll start with the writing because that's what she's interested in right now, but then...
Okay.
Let me give you a nose grab.
Okay.
Okay, a snoot goot. 5.
Well, I don't know what those words mean.
All you know is the ones that are written in the languages you understand, you can tell they are names, followed by usually nouns.
Elisa knows how language works.
Well, no, it's just you notice the pattern of what it is.
Yeah, no,
you know?
Okay, so the words are still gibberish to me for the most part, but I got a 17 on the arcana check to figure out how the book works.
Okay. This isn't anything you've ever seen before. However, you definitely make the connection. Especially when you're thinking of the two Donkey Kongs.
Yeah.
It looks like it's listing their names, because you remember them referring to each other by those names.
Okay.
And then, if you look at it, it looks like kind of a snarky way of describing how they died. Such as Flong, death by physics.
Yep.
He misjudged a leap, and then fell to the ground off a giant tower and died.
That's how most people die,
Hence,
physics.
He was killed by physics. And Gupesh, if you remember, when you destroyed the head, he was still trying to get his little abyss teleporter to work, but it was taking him forever to do it because he's kind of dumb. Hence, poor literacy skills.
Okay, so an evil smile is going to start to creep up Elisa's face as she realizes this. And she's going to look over at it and say,
Can I borrow that quill?
I'm gonna hand it to her.
Okay, so I'm going to take that book and my other book that I got with the list of names of every member of the Butt family. And I'm gonna set them both down on a desk and start writing in everybody's name. And how should they die? Would death by stupidity be too much? If I just write own stupidity, is there a way that they die?
Well, in that case, it wouldn't affect their lives, probably.
Okay.
That's how the butts usually die.
Yeah, it doesn't give a timeline of... what should we do to kill them?
I mean, is Snake too general?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Elisa cares if she gets the kill herself, just that they die, and quickly. Or should I just pander to the DM and say killed by goat?
Oh, we have a goat. Well, while Elisa is figuring this out, can I take a look at the rest of the tower?
Okay. What? Just the top floor?
There's
or-
nothing left, I guess, on the floor we're on. So one floor down. Like the report said that there is nothing going on in the rest of the tower. I just want to see.
Yeah, the report definitely was just that it was on
Yeah.
on the top floor where the magic workshop
We've
was.
searched it before. I'm not gonna rummage through stuff. I just want to see if there's anything moving or anything different than last time.
Okay, well, going down to the third floor, it is still divided into two rooms. The larger of the two rooms being the study, with books, maps, charts, scrolls, and the other room, of course, is Bill Fedor's bedroom.
Is the corpse still there?
I'm
Glyxine?
thinking, did Eliza ever explain to you exactly how Glyxine was killed, or was that just something that happened
We
off
did
screen?
not discuss it in character, so I'm not sure.
That's
Yeah.
true. You were kind of shocked when you opened the door to the bedroom, and there is just a mutilated corpse of Glyxine the Mad.
Probably doesn't smell too good.
No, it doesn't smell good at all. It is a mutilated, rotting corpse. In fact, when you open
Hot.
the door, because the door had been closed, and retcon, the window wasn't broken. I'm just going to say that when Jeff left, he latched the window behind him. Because when you open that door, have you ever, been baking something really nice, like a pie or something, and you open up the oven door, and you're hit by a wall of just, apple pie smell. You know that thing? It doesn't have to be apple pie. It could be a
Yes.
pizza or whatever. You're cooking something with a really powerful smell, and you open it, and just you feel you get hit with a wall of that smell.
Yeah.
You open that door, but it's a wall of rotting human flesh. That smell just plows into you unexpectedly. Just hits you like a freight train in the sinuses. Give me a Constitution save.
Yeah, was what I was waiting for. Botch! Botched again?
Okay, you not only immediately throw up, however, not just that.
No.
No, it can't be
No,
just that on the
no,
botch.
no.
You throw up, stagger forward, slip in your own sick, do a full forward flip, and land back of the head first in your own pile of vomit. In an extremely comical pratfall.
Very funny.
There's a loud, disgusting splat noise because your landing causes just enough of a shake in the ground, on the floor, that one of his arms sloths off and splatters on the ground.
Jesus
Up, on the bed, off the bed.
Hey, to the one person still listening.
It's still Sarah. You have no idea how vigorously she's masturbating to this.
I hope so. I hope it was worth it.
She's on her 4th set of D batteries just from this scene alone.
Can I get up or...
Yeah, you know what? Yes, you can. You're hugely gross. I just want you to know that.
Okay, just so... Because... I guess it is funnier. I will run back to Elisa instead of downstairs.
Okay.
Okay, so after Elisa writes the first name, I'm going to write fire. And I want to see,
Okay.
do the words disappear or are they staying?
When you write, you're writing with, the ink, and the ink looks, well, it's like ink. It's wet.
Mm.
Once you finish the word fire, immediately the ink dries.
Mm.
And if you were to try to smudge it with your finger or whatever, it wouldn't move.
Okay. So yeah, so she's gonna fill out every member of the Butt family who she's got, in the book, and write fire after each one. With
Okay.
the idea that we're going to then burn down the Butt estate.
Hi, I'm Elisa.
Alright, you have just finished writing down all the names. Yep, and you turn, and there is the puke monster.
Wild magic again.
She just assumes you wild magic puke all over yourself.
Good job on Klexine down there. He looks great.
Thank Jeff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that guy, actually.
Obviously, everybody has.
Nobody will miss him, but his door might be useful. We should probably grab that on the way to go, we're gonna set fire to the Butt estate, I've decided.
Really?
And she's gonna, hand the, show you the book.
Look, I admire. I admire your commitment, but I think you had a trick to get rid of something like this, and it's gonna just point at itself. Prestidigitation, please.
Sure.
I snap my fingers and make the vomit go away.
And in that moment, Eliza becomes lawful good. As she realizes the true joy of life is helping her friends.
Nah.
Now, I'm pretty sure she did that purely just so she wouldn't have to smell it herself.
Pretty sure, yeah. So, I've decided there is nothing of worth downstairs. You want to go out the window?
Either way.
Good. You have anything else to do in here?
No, I'm just gonna fly up through the broken skylight, and I'll still have the book and the quill with me.
Thank you. Alright, that's another spider climb for me,
Okay.
which means
Yep. Yes, it does.
tell me what 6 does.
Ooh, 6. Wow, that's really low. Let's see. Oh, God. I swear to God.
Which animal is it?
No, it's not an animal.
It's
It's not.
not.
You don't get an animal. You don't get an
No.
animal.
Okay.
The spell works as normal. As you cast it and you feel like, okay, now I have the ability to climb walls. I can do anything a spider can, etc., etc. As you're climbing out through the skylight, you hear a weird wooden kind of thud from behind you as you're going out through the light. And if you look back at it, you will notice that something strange has happened to your body. Oh, yes. And for a fleeting moment, you wonder, whatever will Naldi do?
Oh my god, you made my butt vanish.
Not only has your butt vanished, it has been replaced in the most pirate way possible. You now have, at least for now, a peg butt. It's like a peg leg, but it's your butt. Your butt has been replaced by wood.
But, I mean, I'm wearing pants, so how noticeable is this?
Does it go on top of the pants, or?
It actually burst through the pants because it's about 2.5 feet long.
What?
So walking's gonna be tough.
It's basically like you have a long, rigid wooden tail almost. So it replaces your entire butt with basically a wooden cone.
Okay, it's not butt shaped even, it's just, okay.
No,
Mm-hmm. It's 2.5
it's peg leg
feet,
shaped. You have a peg butt.
2.5 feet long, okay.
Hey, just be glad that it's not last season, because peg butt would have had a totally different meaning.
I might have preferred that, actually. Alright, I'm gonna explore this in a private moment.
with Susan.
Yeah. Obviously, I need to get down this tower now. See what's happening down below.
Yeah, I guess Elisa will float up out of the skylight and then down to the ground where Sarah and Muddler are. Just kind of hold up the book to them and say,
It appears the bat's fate is sealed now. We just have to deliver the blow.
Sarah regards the book because you're holding it out, you know. Like, hey, book! And she looks at it, and she just goes, oh, that book, I've heard of it before. I believe it's referred to as the Terminal Tempo. It's... How did you acquire that?
Some demon dropped it.
Oh, I really don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, that's the, you know, oh, how can I put this in a way that just isn't going to sound dumb? Literally in a way that makes it not sound dumb.
mm-hmm.
That book's the private property of the concept of death?
Who apparently passed it on to one of those monkey things.
I don't think he'd do that. He's a little bit protective of it, seeing as it controls who lives and who dies. You know.
Well,
I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't have it. Just, he's a little bit.
if he wants it, he can have it back. But I've already sealed all the bat's fates with it.
Excuse me. I'll finally finish climbing down
Okay.
and say,
And as you're climbing down, the clunk, 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 clunk.
okay, so it's not sticking out like horizontally, but it's actually dropping to the floor.
Well, the thing is, it's
No.
heavy, and you don't have butt muscles.
Is it hurt? Okay.
No. It actually, you only notice it due to the weight. You don't actually, it doesn't actually cause any real discomfort.
I'll walk over. Clonk, 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 clonk.
Yes.
Well, actually, since this, and point to the book, is a result of my magic and my connection with the Traveler, I would assume it is now my property. I'm, of course, perfectly happy and willing to share, but it is still mine, and I'll take it. If Elisa lets
Elisa
go.
will hand it back, yeah. She's already got the names in there that she needed.
Thank you.
Be sure not to lose that thing. Or if you do, give it back to Daeth, but don't give it to anybody else.
Of course not. I'm not stupid. I'll pocket it. Is Elisa one I had directly now, like burn down the butts now, or?
Well, I mean, she's gonna need a rest, and she's
Yeah.
planning. I mean, I'm thinking ways we could set the manor on fire. Could go there and set it on fire. We could get a cart and set it on fire. We could wait for one of their carts to be passing, set that cart on fire so that it goes inside there and sets it on fire.
A lot of cart work involved.
Yeah, I mean, we could get a trebuchet and throw some, like, flaming poop at their house. I don't know. Just some way to start a fire, because a fire is now the thing that is going to kill them.
If there's nothing more to discuss, it will just head back to the church. Clonk, clonk,
Yep.
clonk, clonk.
Okay.
Any comments on my wooden butt?
From Reggie? Or
Is
Nolly?
Reggie with you guys? I thought you didn't bring Nolly
I mean-
with you.
He's always there, and nobody brings him anywhere consciously.
That's true. Yeah, he actually notices your strange conically peg-shaped butt is made of wood now, and if anyone were to pay attention to him, which I doubt anyone would, they would see that he looks very, very troubled by this because he is on fire and it is made of wood.
I wouldn't allow him to touch it anyway, so.
He's now terrified that he would destroy the one thing in this world that he loves.
The guy's the most tragic character, really.
He is. He's like the Hamlet and the Macbeth of this entire campaign, all rolled in one. As you are making your way there, again, through the empty streets, it's all relatively quiet. Not even any real animal noises or anything. But because it's so quiet, every sound other than your group would sort of stand out. Because there's no normal city noises. And you begin to hear something which, in a way, it sounds familiar, but also in a way, it's like it wasn't there a minute ago. And every time you look, if you happen to look over at a window of any of the buildings, you will see, looking through that window, 2 eyes glaring at you, very judgmentally.
Yay! Thank God! I can see him.
You can see him, but he's only appearing like through windows of houses, but like it almost looks like he's every time you look at
So
it.
he's not inside. It's just the reflection.
I think every time you look at a window, it looks like he's looking through it, basically.
It's like you're seeing reflections of him off of reflective surfaces, but not physically.
He's inside me. He's staring at me
Uh-huh.
from within my own soul.
I mean, that's possible.
Something like that. I would like to think that it just feels sort of like a feeling of comfort deep inside.
Let's just hope that Eliza has really good penmanship. I'm just saying, she's writing a bunch of butts to get killed by fire, and yours is made of wood right now.
So outrageous to toll. You can